Hello and welcome to a TechHub training video. Today I'll be going over the NBA expansion draft done in Tableau. And so the background of this challenge is that there's a new NBA expansion draft, which means there's a new team joining the NBA called the Hawaii Sharks. When a new team joins the NBA, there's a draft that's held to allow the new team, the Hawaii Sharks, to be competitive. The new team has asked you to help create a list of possible and available NBA players for the draft to help them find the diamonds in the rough, to help them be competitive. So the White Sharks have asked for 2 point guards and 2 shooting guards and 4 forwards or centers. And so we're going to be using Tableau to visualize this data and help the Hawaii Sharks make a smart decision on who to draft. And so this is Tableau, what Tableau looks like on a Mac. And so if you haven't already, you're going to upload the CSV file into Tableau and you're going to open it up. And so basically on the left hand side, you have tables of different variables within the CSV. So you got player, the position, you got their age, how many games they've played, the plus minus, points per game, rebounds per game, steals per game. And so in this first sheet, we're going to find available point guards. And so in the requirements that they sent us, we're going to create some filters to filter out the total amount of players. So what we want to find on this first page is we want to find all point guards. We want to find a point guard for the Hawaii Sharks. So we can drag and drop point guard, and then we basically filter out every other position. So we uncheck center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard, leaving only point guards because we only want to look at point guards. Next, we're going to filter out age. So they're looking for a relatively young point guard. They don't want them over 30. And so you're going to set the limit at 30. So at most, we want the age to be 30. Then they want him to be a straight baller. So they're going to set, he has to drop at least 18 points per game. So that's our third filter. And so we end up with LaMelo Ball, who scores 20 points per game and averages around 1 steal per game. You have Terry Rozier, who averages around 18.5 points and 1.3 steals per game. De'Aaron Fox with 21.1 points per game and 1.5 steals per game. John Morant averages 19 points per game and 1.6 steals. And so there's different ways to visualize the data and show it. This is just the way I decided to do it. Up here you can change how you want it to look. I decided to go for packed bubbles, and I want when I send my findings, I want the Hawaii Sharks to see the player's name first of all, and I want to see how many points they scored and also how many steals they have. And in the third sheet, we're going to show shooting guards. So we're going to filter out any other position besides shooting guard, which is done in here. Next, we're going to go purely based on plus minuses. So here, we're going to edit it. We want them to be positive. We want them to be contributing to the game. So we're going to put it at least above 0. They have to have a positive plus minus. And the last filter is we're going to do steals per game. So we want to so the Hawaii Sharks have asked to find a shooting guard that averages at least 1 steal per game. And so basically Tableau is really cool and it organizes the data. So right here on the left side we have players. On the right side we have how many their plus minus. And over here we have the steals, which is the 1.4. For Anthony Simons, it's 1.42. And so from this sheet, we can gather that a good pick would be CJ McCollum, an NBA veteran that has a plus minus of 4.5 and averages 2.1 steals, which means he's affecting the game quite a bit. Next up, for our second shooting guard, I'd recommend them to draft Devin Booker if he's available, who has a plus minus of 3.5. Lastly, in our last sheet, we have centers and forwards because the Hawaii Sharks have asked us to find at least 4 centers or forwards. With the NBA game shifting to positionless basketball, there's a lot more value in a small ball. So they've asked to find, so in this we edit out any position that is not a forward or a center. So we get rid of point guard and shooting guard and we keep small forwards, power forwards, and centers. We don't really care about the Hawaii Sharks don't really care about the age, so they asked at most 32. They've asked for the centers and forwards to average at least 6 rebounds, and they've asked them to average at least 10 points per game. This chart's a little different, so it's organized by color, so each different color is a different position. So the blue ones are centers, the red ones are small forwards, the orange ones are power forwards. Then we have the titles are player, so you see the player up top with the amount of rebounds they average. And then if you click on each one, it will show their points per game and along with the position. And so if I was to recommend players, I would recommend that the Hawaii Sharks, they draft Karl-Anthony Towns as their center. I'd recommend they draft Jason Tatum, who averages 25 points per game and 7 rebounds. I'd recommend they draft Julius Randle in the power forward, who averages 22.9 points a game and averages 10 rebounds. And for the last one, I was thinking I would add another rebounding specialist in Andre Drummond, who averages around 14 rebounds per game and 13 points. And then for a point guard, I'd go pretty young. I'd go for De'Aaron Fox, who averages 21 points, 0.15 steals. Anyways, this is the solution on how to find and organize everything. Obviously, it's up to you how you want to display the data, and of course, each person will find different findings. I'm excited to see how you guys display the data and how you guys advise the Hawaii Sharks on who you think they should draft. Anyways, this is the solution video. I'm glad you were able to watch, and I hope you have a wonderful day.